Hello and welcome to another episode of Daily Reflections. Pastor Sean coming to you from my front porch out here in Sonorville, and I was sitting around the house today enjoying the beautiful day. I've not had a lot on my agenda this week. It's been kind of a light week. It's dead week at football practice, which means we don't do anything for a week, and so next week we'll start that back up. And then I've got a couple of assignments from the state office for next week and a few other things that I have to get done over the next couple of weeks. But this week has been kind of slow. Shelby's been off work, and she and Joni and Sky have taken a little road trip. And so today I had the house all to myself. So Stephanie and I were actually sitting on the couch last night, and I was watching television. She was watching something, one of her shows on her phone, and catching up on some old movies and stuff that she's missed on her phone. And I stopped. I paused the television, and I got her to take her headphones out, and I said, "Do you hear that?" And she said, "What?" And I said, "It's the sound of silence." There was nothing going on in the house. Shelby wasn't here. Sky wasn't here. Joni wasn't here. It was just she and I, and we were both engulfed in what we were doing at the time, and there was the sound of silence. And it took me back to the old song from the 70s under the same name, The Sound of Silence. And so many times we forget what it sounds like just to be still. The Bible tells us to be still and know that I am God. We have so many things going on in our lives, and I'm not condemning you for that. I don't read that into it, because my life is seemingly hectic at times as well. Normally, this time of the year, I would be finishing up my 4th week of youth camp, and my life would be extremely, extremely crazy during this time of the year. But it's perfectly fine. You know, COVID-19 has kind of set all of us back a few times on our heels, and so things fall through the cracks and different things like that. And youth camp was one of those things that just couldn't be held this year. We had a concert. Sister Stephanie and I had a concert that we were going to, that our daughter had bought us tickets to, and that's gotten postponed for at least a year. And so there's all kind of different things that are going on, that are happening, that just kind of remind us that we need to be still. Sometimes we just need to be still. Life gets hectic. Life gets chaotic. Life gets overwhelming at times. And we have to stop and be still. Be still and know that I am God. When the children of Israel were backed up against the Red Sea, Pharaoh on one side, the Red Sea on the other, and they've been in bondage for 400 years. They know nothing other than to panic. They don't know to call on God. They don't know to sit still. They don't know to do any of that. And God speaks to Moses and says, "Hey, I didn't bring you out here to die. Cast your rod out over the sea and watch what happens." And the sea divided, and they walked through on dry land. And Pharaoh's army, of course, gets washed away in all of that. And the chaos turns into celebration. When they get to the other side, they begin to celebrate. Miriam picks up a tambourine and begins to sing a psalm, and they write that down, and you find it there in the book of Exodus. And we see that our chaos can turn into celebration if we will let God take care of what's in the middle. I like to think about a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I think about that a lot. But a peanut butter and jelly sandwich is 2 pieces of bread, and then that peanut butter and jelly mixed up there in the middle. Now, the bread is okay. I've been to the point to where all I had was a bread sandwich, 2 pieces of bread. And I toasted it up and make myself feel better because I called it toast. But 2 pieces of bread, they're kind of plain. It's kind of plain. But when you throw that peanut butter and jelly in the middle of it, that's what really makes it special. So you've got chaos on one side and celebration on the other. But what makes those 2 things come together is God. God is the peanut butter and jelly in the middle. He is the thing that makes life special. So remember to stand still, be still, and know that I am God. God will be the peanut butter and jelly in your sandwich. He will be the water when you're in the desert. He'll be the shade when you're in the sunshine. He'll be everything that you need him to be. He's the rainbow after the storm. He's the calm in the middle of our sea. He is all in all. He says to Moses when he gets up on the mountain after the Red Sea incident there, he gets up on the mountain and he tells Moses, he says, I am that I am. Whatever it is that you need, God says, I am that. I'm the peanut butter and jelly in the middle of your sandwich. I am the water of life. I am the bread of life. I am the great physician. I am whatever you need me to be. I am that I am. So whatever you're doing this week, whatever's going on in your world, just remember that God is right there with you. And all you have to do is stop, take the headphones out of your ear, hit the television, turn it on mute, and you will hear the sound of silence, the sound of peace, the sound of God moving in your life quietly, peacefully, behind the scenes, but he is always there. So this week, take a few moments and be still. Stop what you're doing, let the chaos run its course, and allow God to be God in your life. And I promise you, he will do great and amazing things. Coming from my front porch again with Daily Reflections, this is Pastor Sean saying I love you. I'm praying for you. I hope you're having a fantastic week, and I look forward to seeing you this weekend at Irwin Hill. God bless you is my prayer.